made that user.
So whenever you have a car fire or a dumpster fire, we pull this out. It's like on all the hoses, it's about 100 feet. Okay. And once the engineer is ready to give me some water, I go and call for water.
Does it connect to the fire hydrants? Or?
No, so that doesn't connect to the fire hydrant. That's a good question. Okay? This right here, this connects to the fire hydrant. So this is our 4-inch hose. We're gonna go and pull this out, and we connect up to any fire hydrant. Fire hydrants usually have a 4-inch and a 2.5 inch. Okay, so 4-inch is a little bit bigger, 2.5 inch is a little bit smaller. We're going to connect to that and get some water. So we're gonna go ahead and move on over here. Inside, this is just all kind of where we're sitting, all our gears here, everything. We have radios for communications and all that. So right up here, you're gonna go ahead and see that we have 3 types of hoses. Now there's 3 types, it's 3 different lengths. So it's 150, 200, and 200. So say
what's the difference?
So if we're fighting a fire and say we need to go to like an apartment complex, most likely pull 200 feet because you need to have all that hose ready and at the door. We don't know how big or how long the building's gonna be. So that's just to kind of get us started. If say it's just like that house up there, we're gonna go and pull up, and you can just pull your 150 and go straight to the door. Now the cool thing about this fire engine is that both sides has the same exact hose, so it connects either way. So you got right side and left side. You can pull it either way you want.
So what's the difference between this truck and then that truck?
So this is our fire engine. So fire engine, this is our pumper. It pumps all the water. It has 500 gallons of water inside and allows us to carry whatever we need to do.
Do you ever run out of water?
No, so if you run out of water, then that means we're not doing our job. We have fire hydrants all around. So after we're done with the fire, after any incident, we always make sure that this little gauge right here, it's going to show us that if it's half, if it's empty, or if it's full. So we always want to make sure it's full at the start of the shift.
How do you know it's full?
It's going to go ahead and blinking. It's going to go ahead and blinking.
Is it full right now or no?
Let me go ahead and check. I am pretty sure.
A few moments later.
So obviously you see green, it's full. So when it's down to red, it's going to be blinking red, and that means that we're out of water. So you never want that. But we're always going to be connected up to some water source or anything to make sure we have a constant flow of water. So here we have our breathing apparatuses. So these allow us to enter into any structure that we consider IDLH, which is immediate danger to life and health. So anytime we go in here, we put these on for a fire, or if there's any gas, anything like that at all. Down here, we have a power unit. This allows us to go ahead and connect up to any tools that we have that we need, say jaws of life or anything else, which is down here. So our jaws of life are down here.
I luckily thought that was a refrigerator.
What was that?
I thought that was a refrigerator.
Oh no, I wish it was, especially in this heat. Yeah. So we have a big jack and a small jack. So this allows us to kind of push away if you're in a car accident. Say it's crushing you, and push it away from us. This allows us to cut anything or open any doors. This is all the gear that I use since I'm the paramedic on the engine. So this is our auto pulse. This allows us to do CPR without everyone jumping in. So every engine and as well as has these. This is our trauma kit. This is all our EMS equipment right here. We carry such as narcotics for any pain management, just in case if anyone else is hurt, Benadryl, epinephrine, anything for any cardiac emergencies or allergic reactions or anything like that.
So how come, like, if you're like calling just like the police or something, how come the fire truck shows up first?
So if the fire truck pops up first, it's usually a medical aid. Medical aid is like, you have an allergic reaction, difficulty breathing, anything like that. If it's a domestic violence case or say like an actual crime, then Upland PD would go first, and if they need us attached to it for say for whatever medical reason, then we come along with them. So.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like anytime, like for anything, I always see like the fire truck show up first, and then it's the police car.
Up here is the rest of the hose that we have. So we have our 4-inch, our 2.5, and this is if we have any other incidents where we need to go up apartments. And so we have a lot of hoses to connect up to different hydrants and just for any other purposes we're firefighting. Cones, just a little miscellaneous tools. Back here, we have our chainsaw and a rotary saw. Chainsaws if we need to go ahead and be on a roof or cut anything. Rotary saws if, say, if there's a door that we need to get through. That's just another tool that we use just to get through a little bit faster. And that's our booster hose. It's just basically like a giant garden hose.
Yeah.
We go ahead and connect up. And that is already main line connected into our water source. So all the engineer has to do is flip the switch on. And then we get water, put it out real quick, and then put it away. We can just reel it back.
Oh, so like those, the longer hoses basically?
Not really longer hoses, but that's just something for a little quick, just something real quick, easy job. All the longer hoses are up here, on the side, or up in the front. This is basically his controls where he allows.
What do you control?
Me, I'm the firefighter, so I go and pull the hose. I'm the one that's in the front doing all the work. Engineer's over here, pulling everything, making sure that we have enough water. We have an extra firefighter here as well. He helps me, or go ahead and assisting the engineer, or throwing a ladder, or whatever the case is.
So you basically been in fires and stuff?
Yes.
So like, is there any times like there's a fire and like sometimes like you want to give up, but you don't give up?
No, that's the one thing about firefighters. You have to keep pushing past the limit because around us there's very limited amount of people that can come over, so we have to do a lot of work before other people get here. So especially if you're on the desert or mountains, they have to wait a long time for people to come over. So these guys, it's just a giant toolbox.
And it gets things in trees and stuff.
Yeah, around here we get cats in trees, or if anyone's stuck up there.
How do you get stuck in a tree?
Some homeless people don't know how to climb down unless they climb back up. So. But this is basically a giant toolbox. This goes from anywhere from what the length is right now, as you see the markings, all the way to 100 feet. So we can throw this up to 100 feet in the air, climb it up, and get to any roof.
Has anyone almost fell off before?
That's why we do a lot of training. A lot of us are all trained in all this, where we constantly go out making sure that we're comfortable with all our equipment. So the reason why that I can go and open everything up and just show you is because I'm familiar with this equipment, the same with this truck right here. So a lot of the firefighters in this station, we cross over, so we're all trained on the engine and trained on the truck.
So like, is there anything important, like more important on the ladder truck than the fire truck?
Yeah. So first thing is, obviously you see this thing, it's called RIC. It's a rapid intervention unit. So for us, we set anything up, so say one of us goes down in the fire, it's too hot, or say someone else goes down in the fire, like another patient, whoever. All this stuff that we need is in this truck, we lay it out, go ahead and send 2 people in, they grab that patient, and they grab them out.
Has that ever happened where you guys had an incident like that?
No, nothing like that at all, knock on wood.
Yeah, thank God.
But since this is already open, like I said, this is a giant toolbox. We have all the tools here, pretty much times 2. Anything on the engine is over here, plus more. So we have such things like, we call this a rubbish hook. This is basically a giant pole that we go ahead and keep pulling the ceiling down if we want to go up on the roof and sound it. This is anything like a high rise, so like the hospitals up to anything like that. Those are considered mid-rise, not super high, like skyscrapers in LA. This is like a mid-rise, so this allows us to go ahead and connect up and then work.
So how do you get people down? Like, I know some people probably won't walk down ladder. How do you get them down from the ladder if they're in a high place?
If they're in a high place, we have systems where we're gonna go ahead and do either high entry with the ladder up here, and if they can't come down it, then we have to find another way to get them down safely without exposing them in the fire. So.
Doesn't something come out of the truck when you raise the ladder?
Yeah, so these 2 right here. You're there? Yeah, you're good. These 2, there's one on this side, one on the other side. They go and extend out, so they're gonna go and extend out probably to about here. We place that pad down there to make sure we don't damage the concrete. And once that happens, it stabilizes.
Doesn't it prevent the engine from going flying?
Yeah, so like we said right here, like it's stabilizing, you have a little balance beam right here to show where you're teetering at. You don't want to be in the red, you always want to be in the green. You always want to be within 5 degrees within that range. That way you can go and extend up and we can climb safely. So. And ice chest, obviously because it's hot, you need water, so there's always water in here for us to drink. So.
Does the engine not have that?
What they do, they have it inside the cab. So basically, like I said, fire engines and fire trucks. There's doors that open up the same way. So we have the same kind of paths. We can grab tools from either side, whatever we need. We have our sprinkler kits down here. So if there's a fire sprinkler that goes off, we have the tools to take it. Those are our salvage covers. Salvage means that, say that someone's house is burning and they want to save a few stuff, we use that.
So what happens when you pull the fire alarm? How does the firefighter know?
So when you pull a fire alarm, it goes to a system. That system is connected up to 911. 911 then go ahead and dispatch the closest fire engine, fire unit, whatever it is, and then they put a response out. So there's different responses whenever we get calls off. Usually fire alarms or commercial alarms. We check it out. If there's actual fire, then we get suited up. Most of the time, it's usually accidental or whatever it is, but we still check it out and make sure that that's okay.